Parshat Acharei Mot contains several warnings against the consumption of blood. The Torah says it several times. You are not to consume blood, ki adam hu hanefesh, because the blood represents the life force of a creature. And despite the fact that the Torah says so many times that Jews cannot consume blood, we have been accused over the centuries, over the ages, of killing Gentiles to take their blood, to bake matzahs, and to use for other purposes. The notorious blood libel. And one of the worst blood libels of history took place in 1913 in Kiev in the Ukraine, when Mendel Bayless was accused of killing a Gentile and taking their blood and using it for matzah. And in fact, it wasn't just a trial against Bayless. It was Judaism. Judaism went on trial. And the prosecutors dug around in the Talmud, trying to prove that Jews look down upon Gentiles, that killing a Gentile is not considered to be murder, and that there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And the rabbi of Moscow was called to be, as it were, an expert witness, and to try to rebuff all of these accusations. And he had difficulty with a number of passages in the Talmud. And he went to go discuss it with the famous rabbi of Lublin, Rav Meir Shapiro. One passage in particular he was really struggling with, where the Talmud says, Atem krim Adam. You, the Jewish people, are called Adam, a human being. But the nations of the world are not called Adam, are not called a human being. Well, it would seem clearly from that passage in the Talmud that the Jew does not consider the Gentile even to be human. How is he going to explain that passage to the court? As it happened, he didn't have to. Bayless was let free. But what is the explanation? And Rav Meir Shapiro, who was a brilliant man, said to him as follows. He says, why does the Talmud use that phrase that you, the Jewish people, are called Adam? A man, a human being. Why doesn't it use another word for man? Why doesn't it use the word ish, the word gever? Why does it use the word Adam? And he gave a brilliant explanation. He said, because all of the other words, there can be a plural. Ish, anashim, man, men. Gevar, gevarim, men, and men in the plural. But Adam is only a singular word, as if it's one person. And he said, that's what the Talmud is getting at. The Talmud is saying, you, the Jewish people, are Adam. You are one person. You are one human being. The rest of the nations are not like that. What is the proof? When a Jewish person is going through difficulty, it's not just that one Jewish person that's going through difficulty. It's the entire Jewish nation. When one man is on trial in Russia for murder, it's not just that one man, it's all of Judaism. This doesn't happen to people when there's a person of Greek lineage living in some other country and they commit some crime. It's not like the whole world will now say, oh, well, all Greeks are murderers. But this is something that happens to the Jewish people. When the Jewish people are going through pain, when one Jew is suffering in one part of the world, then all of the Jewish people as a collective suffer. That's what it means. You are called Adam. You are one people. Now there it was used in the negative sense, but we could use it in the positive sense. We, the Jewish people, as we say in our prayers, Goy Echad Ba'aretz, we are one nation. We are a combined nation. We are part of the same body. And when one part of us is going through difficulty, we can't just stand by and say, well, that's their problem. Just like if your left hand was suffering, your right hand wouldn't say, well, that's that hand's problem. We are in this together. We're in the same boat. We are a united people. And the more we are united, the more chance there is of the ultimate geula, the redemption for the Jewish people. May it come speedily in our days. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.